Hello everybody, today I'm going to talk about how we acclimate the contaminated plants in our lab. So this is the plants that got contamination in the jar. This is our tool. We have many tools here, but actually we use only few of them, so you don't need that many. We have water that we are going to mix with our betadine, which is the antiseptic. This is our toothbrush, okay, that we are going to brush the root of the plants, and we submerge our tool in the water, and then we put some betadine, which is the antiseptic, into it, about 5% of betadine, and submerge the tool in it. And now we are going to prepare for our water that we are going to clean the plants. So we prepare water about 3 liters, and then we are going to put the antiseptic, which is the betadine, into this water, and then I will call it betadine solution. I don't know other people would call it, but I'll just call it the betadine solution. So we put about 10 milliliter into this water. So, and then we are going to stir a little bit. Okay. Okay, this is our soil mix or potting media. We have about 70% of peat moss, and then we have about 30% of perlite, and you can have other media if you want to, and then we give it a little bit of moisture by spraying the water into it before we put the plant in it. Okay, this is our contaminated plant that we are going to demonstrate for today. We are going to take them out from the jar and put into the betadine solution. Okay, in this process you need to be careful because we have the plants very dense in the jar. Okay, now you are going to separate the plants one by one. So you take the plants that are bigger into one by itself, and then the smaller into a group. Okay, you just repeat the process. Take some leaf out, the leaves that are not healthy, the yellow one, and some roots that are too long. You are going to trim it out. Don't worry, because the root will regenerate when we cut some of them. Okay, now we are going to brush the plants. So especially for the root part, because there would be some gelling agent that would left in the plants. So you are going to make sure that the plants did not have any gelling agent left within them, especially for the root part, because they would get contaminated when you nurse them. Okay, so make sure that you clean it very properly. Okay, just repeat the process until you finish all of them. Okay, when you found some leaves that are not good, like yellow one, you're going to take it out, or some roots that are too long, you can trim it out. Okay, like this. So this is too long, then I'm going to trim it out a little bit because it will regenerate, so don't worry, they would not die. Okay, you just clean by using the brush. Take some leaf off and brush every each one of them. Okay, and put it on the paper towel. Okay, just brush carefully and gently, and make sure that no any gelling agent left on the plants, because that is the cause of contamination when you nurse them. Okay, when you finished all of them, you just take the plants one by one by using the forceps to pick the plants and put it into the soil mix or into our potting media. So one container we would use, we would put the plants into it, about 8 to 10 plants this side, so that the plants can have the space to grow bigger in the container when we acclimate them. Okay, so when you finished putting the plants into the container, just give it a little bit of moisture once again, and then close the lid. Okay, and if you are afraid that you would forget the date and the species of the plants that you just nurse or acclimate, you just take note and put it into the container. Okay, and that way you will see what plant it is and what day you acclimate it. Okay, these are the plants that we have been nursing for about 1 month, and these are the plants that got contaminated because of the nursing process that did not clean the root carefully. So as you can see, there's mold, I guess, the contamination. And these are the same batch with the previous one which got contaminated. So this was properly done. So as you can see how important it is. Okay, now you see that how we did it, how we deal with the contaminated plants, how we cleanse and how we acclimate them, and how they survive. Lastly, thank you so much for watching.